Oh boy. Okay. Now it's
Yeah,
time to get a
let's
little
get into
serious.
this one. This one had me pretty hot all this week.
Okay, so
Uh,
this is Smash JT.
yeah,
For months now, many of you guys have been asking how you can help in the ongoing battle against those seeking to silence independent voices in the video game industry. While I genuinely hoped it wouldn't come to this, after having a meeting with my lawyer, Ron Coleman, he has informed me that the situation has escalated to this point, and I'm left with no choice but to ask for your support. I've officially created a Give, Send, Go campaign to raise funds for my legal defense against Alyssa Mercanti's baseless and malicious lawsuit. The amount requested by Ron Coleman, a very badass, well-seasoned attorney with a track record of defending free speech, is significant, but unfortunately, it's putting my family in a tough financial bind. The
yep,
initial retainer fee of $25,000 is coming straight out of my kids' college fund savings, a move I never thought we'd have to make. Any additional assistance from this campaign will go directly to this cost. Alyssa Mercante, former senior editor at Kotaku, has decided to escalate her long-standing obsession with attacking my professional coverage of the gaming industry by filing an outrageous and frivolous lawsuit against me in the United States District Court for the Eastern District of New York. Under headline, The Bigger Picture. The lawsuit isn't about seeking justice or accountability. It's just about silencing dissent, punishing critique, and maintaining relevance through a high-profile and very expensive legal battle. Mercante has even retained activist lawyers with a clear agenda to weaponize the legal system against me and, by extension, against anyone else who values free expression and fair critique. Under why this matters, this fight is bigger than me, far bigger. It's about standing up against the misuse of the legal system to bully and silence independent voices in the video game community. I've
yep.
always strived to provide fair and honest analysis for my audience, and I refuse to let this baseless attack deter me from my mission. Under how you can help, the Smash JT Defense Fund on Give, Send, Go has been launched to cover the legal fees required to fight this battle. The $25,000 represent 100% of the exact amount required to retain Ron Coleman services for this case. And additional contributions will go toward the ongoing legal expenses and ensuring my family's safety during this trying time. Every little bit helps, whether you're able to contribute financially or simply share the campaign link. Your support genuinely means the world to me and my family. And this is awful. That
Yes,
he's
it
having to
absolutely
go
is.
through this. I mean, for even the financial stuff, I'm sure the stress he and his family are under from this are awful.
And here's what I want to say
Yeah.
about this.
Hmm.
We, as a community, I knew you especially, Boomer, but
Yes.
there was all this going on with the Gamergate and all the BS.
Right.
This is the continued fight.
Yeah.
Okay, this is continue, and it's not just Gamersgate. It's not just the
Right.
fandom menace. It's not just any of that stuff. It is every segment of our society at this point that is fighting against these narcissistic neo-Marxist leftists that are trying to shut down every single institution in the world, whether it's movies and gaming and entertainment or actual countries.
Yeah. And I know that she was let go from Kotaku. I think Rolling Stone picked her up. I do know that, frankly, we may talk about this more next week. Video game journalism as a whole, as an industry, is collapsing in on itself right now.
Well,
But
journalism in
yeah,
general,
yeah,
we've been calling it the mainstream media for a while now. They're starting to call it the legacy media now, because now people are starting to get their news from places like X and from YouTube,
yeah,
from actually people like us.
yep. But this woman is a bully. She started the fight with him when she started directly seeking out his wife and harassing her
Yeah,
online.
this
It's
this
just
all became
yeah,
personal when he started a website called what was it called? It was something Kotaku, something about Kotaku, or
Kotaku in
I forget.
action. No,
No, no,
that
no.
was a
It
different
was
site.
Smash
Anyway,
JT.
the
Let me
link
look
is
it up.
there, and we'll have an update on this story in a minute too. But I would advise, if any of you can afford to, please contribute a little something.
Kotaku Detected is what it was
Kotaku
called.
Detected,
And
yes.
what it is it's literally discussing, it's a web page, an independent web page, which is his, that that talks about all of the publicly available information about the company.
You're
Stuff that
allowed to
they publish.
criticize takes by journalists. It's
True,
free
but he's not
speech.
even necessarily doing that here.
Okay,
He
but
is to a little bit, but
yeah.
what he's doing is he's saying, this is Kotaku. This is who their editor-in-chief is, their managing editor, their staff writer, puts up their pictures, gives their curriculum vitae, all their public information from the Kotaku webpage and their LinkedIn. And what he does is he was curating all the games, all the projects, everything that Kotaku was doing so that they couldn't be anonymous about it. He's like, this is what Kotaku is, this is what they stand for, and this is what they're involved in.
Yeah.
Basically, this is what they're screwing up. And they didn't like that. They wanted to be as anonymous as possible. And it's like, oh, no. And the first lawsuit against him was related to this. And that was thrown out because they were like, no, he didn't dox anybody.
No,
he just
he didn't.
put out information that's publicly available.
Somebody else did with her, but he didn't endorse that and was telling people actually don't do that. But
exactly right.
Yeah, so that wasn't his.
The other thing that I think all of these people need to understand, they have put themselves in the public eye.
Yeah.
So this whole concept of doxing, you might want to consider the fact that if you don't want to be, in quote, doxed, maybe don't make yourself a public figure. Because unfortunately, celebrities have had to deal with that for as long as they've been celebrities. That's just the way this stuff works. So, yeah. And again, this is somebody who is, I'd say he's becoming one of the biggest independent journalists in gaming. And we need to defend that. Otherwise, we will be stuck with people like Kotaku, and that's it. And we can't have that.
Well, I don't want them to win. And to be fair, I do feel that they are on their way out, but I don't want them to take victims with them on their way out, especially good people like Smash JT. Sun Grand Studios, yes, Sashi had mentioned him a minute ago.
So this is why I have the and you were starting to say exactly that then she personally found him on social media, found out who he was married to, sent a direct message to
the family
his
out of
wife,
this.
And said, do you know what your husband is doing online? He hates women, and he, is hateful online, and, that should embarrass you and your kids and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what are you trying to do? Are you trying to get me divorced? Are you trying to break up my marriage?
That's exactly. She's trying to cause strife in the marriage. See, these people fight and fight dirty. If you dare criticize them, and
exactly,
they're bad takes.
And apparently, one of these Kotaku people, I don't think it was Mercante herself, was sending emails to, because of course his curriculum vitae is out there on LinkedIn too. Went to his last employer and was trying to get him fired.
Oh, yeah. I remember that was going on, too. He's been harassed.
A place that he didn't work at anymore, but nonetheless, literally trying to get him, thinking he's getting him fired. And, then they say he's harassing. Yeah. This is the way Marxists work, just so you understand. And this is why I think this is so important. And this is why I referred to this when I was talking to Mark earlier in the chat. This is a call to arms. This is why we have it pinned to the top of our chats. You can contribute to this Give, Send, Go for his legal fund. Now we have an update, but I'm going to explain why we should still contribute.
Oh, no. Yeah, I'm going to read it, and I agree with you. But unprecedented community support responses for the defense fund have been nothing short of insanity. With less than 3 hours of tweeting about the campaign, the $25,000 was completely smashed. By the time I uploaded my video explaining the situation, that campaign has already surpassed the halfway mark. Now, just a few days later, the fund has reached another $50,000, doubling the initial goal. Now, do you mind if I say something on this? This is great.
Go ahead.
I still think we all need, if you can afford to, please contribute, though, because we don't know what snags they're going to be running into. We don't know he needs to win this thing, and he needs to
Yeah,
not get
this is
financial. I mean, this is kids'
this is
college fund got tapped into already for this, so it's
yes.
ridiculous.
Well, that's what they're saying. I don't think that actually was the case. He was saying that might be a possibility.
Oh, he'd have to.
but
He'd have to do that if he couldn't get the. Yeah, I understand that.
exactly.
The point
Well,
is, he's yeah.
his original goal was, what was his original goal again? Was it 25,000,
Yeah.
right? 25,000 was the bare minimum. That was what
You'll need more than that by the end.
that was what the retainer was to get this thing started, and to have Ron Coleman submit a motion to have this whole thing dismissed, which it should be. It should be, and it could end right there. But we know how these people are, and it probably won't. And he needs himself a war chest.
Yeah.
And go, just even if you're not planning or can't afford to contribute, go check out the comments on this Give Send Go. See what some people have sent and what they have said.
And spread the word too, if you can.
Robert Burns.
Well, he's got Ron Coleman. He's
a good one. He's a good lawyer.
Who knows Robert Burns pretty well, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing pretty well there. And that's the other thing. His the last time he tried raising money this way, he went through GoFundMe, and they tried to get that shut down.
Yeah.
And they almost did. They did for a short time,
Wow.
and he managed to get his money out of there after threatening a lawsuit against them.
Ridiculous.
But he wised up and moved to Give Send Go, which is, he said has been much, much better for him. But let me tell you, folks, he does need a war chest, and that's why I'm saying this is a call to arms.
Yeah.
Go, if you do go and make a contribution, please let him know, that Last Call of Troy Pacelli and Geeky Geezers with Aged Boomer sent you, so that maybe he knows that we're in his corner too.
Yes.
And we can fight back against these, like I said, neo-Marxists that are waging war against our favorite franchises and our hobbies. I'm sick
attacking us, period.
Just
for having opinions.
Attacking us directly. Yeah. You're evil if you don't like the things that we
don't toe the line.
And you just look at some of the things they say about the people they don't like. I just saw one. If you voted for a certain person, you deserve to die.
Yeah, ridiculous.
I am not kidding you. These are the kinds of things they say on social media.
Oh, I did want to say a special hi to It's Courtney Fellowship Oddballs. Welcome to the chat.
Hey, Courtney, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're feeling well.
Yeah, good to see you again. But and it's just it's ridiculous though. Just pay attention to this campaign and keep an eye on Smash JT, and I'm sure he's going to tell us if he needs anything else from us. We support you, Smash JT. I'm sorry you and your family are going this, especially during the holidays. This is like the worst time for someone to drop this on you. So we're with you, and we will support you. All right, and you'll win. You will win this thing, but not without support, and that's why he needs our support.
We're going to do everything that we can. Yes. Absolutely.